Okay, everybody. Okay, this is where my stove used to be. Okay, let me see, where's my finger? See right there? It was a floor vented stove. So I managed to get the elbow out of there, and I gotta somehow get this capped or something. But there's a lip coming up over here, and I gotta take care of that. And there's also, which you probably can't see in the video, there's an outlet right there. Now I don't remember if that outlet was there originally, if it was relocated. I'm not sure, so I have to take a closer look at that. But anyway, that's where my stove was, and I had one of those ugly cabinets here that was here. Well, it was. We removed that out of next to the sink and put it over here so I could put the dishwasher in when we moved in. Well, that cabinet's gone. The stove is gone. Okay, this here is door going into the dining room over here. So just this wall. There's no lighting over here. It's just corner. Over here is in that direction. That's the back door right here, going out of the house. Okay, so it just got this odd little corner. Okay, I just got done trimming that edge with the Sawzall because I couldn't get close with the circular saw. So swept it up, got all the quarter round out. As you saw, I was pulling all the staples out that they had used to put the underlayment down before. And now I'm getting ready to cut my underlayment, and then I got to figure out how I'm going to fasten it because I ain't got staples, I don't think, that will go through plywood. I got to find out. Hey everybody. Well, in the middle of making the cut, the long cut for my underlayment, battery died. So I had to plug the battery in, and I figured, well, you know what? I got a stack of dishes here to do in the kitchen, so I am doing dishes while the battery charges. You know what? I got so much to do between construction, repair work, to just regular household things. I don't have time to sit around and do nothing. So, now, when I'm physically, to a point where I have to take a break, I'll take a break. And I'll sit down and I'll have a cup of coffee, maybe, if I feel like having a cup of coffee. And then I'll maybe watch some YouTube videos, maybe, depending. I'm hoping I can get this floor done and the electrical outlet done for the stove before I go this afternoon, because I've started going to this knitting, crochet kind of meeting. A friend of mine goes, and so she asked me if I wanted to go. I said, you know what? That'd be something nice and relaxing to get out of the house with, and do something I enjoy. Something that's just relaxing, and get to know some other ladies around. Okay? No, as far as I know, there's no men to come. So, and also, once I can get my father's library card, since he's moved into a different state, we gotta wait until, we've got proof of address and get his state ID and all that fun stuff. But once I get that done, then he can go with me. He went last week and he found a book he liked, but he couldn't take it out because he did not have a photo ID And also the library's in a different town than what we live in. So he has to get a library card from the library that's in the town that we live in. And then he can take books out from there. So, anyways, that's what I'm doing. You know what? There was a time, just 2 years ago, where I couldn't stand here for this long and do dishes. I would be in pain, absolute pain. I went to a chiropractor for 1.5 years. And he worked on me, several times a week. When I first started going, I was a mess. And now, because of taking the time and having the work done, I can stand here at the sink and I can wash dishes. Best investment I ever made. I had to stop going when I quit my job because I didn't have the money. Okay, this is a spot. We can say my dishes aren't clean. So anyways, I can still feel it in my lower back, but it's not nearly as painful as it used to be. And it's wonderful. See, I had to have a dishwasher before, or get somebody else to wash the dishes, and because I was in such pain. No more pain. Not enough to stop me anyway. I've been doing all kinds of stuff, as you guys have all seen who have been following me. I don't stop. I may slow down, but I don't stop. Another thing is, I've had some people make some comments about my financial status. Okay, you know what? I have never tried to cover it up. I don't have a whole lot of money, people. And that's just the way it is. That's life. Not everybody in this world is a millionaire. Not everybody in this world makes a six-digit figure income. Nobody, not everybody does. Okay? It just so happens I married a man who, because of his chosen field, which is an important field. He's not out there pumping gas. He's performing a service, but just the very nature of the line of work he's in, he's never going to make a lot of money. That's just the way it is. Does that mean that he should quit his job? Well, the thing is, he's good at his job, and he helps a lot of people. So it is what it is, So I was making a decent living at one point after my son was grown. And I went to work, went to school, got a degree, went to work, and everything was good. We were doing pretty good, which is that's when we bought this house. And trust me, people, we got this house because I settled. I was tired of looking for something. Very tired. and discouraged because the first house we looked at, we both absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. But we were outbid. And I was like, no, we can't afford to go any higher. Now, hindsight, we might have been able to, because for one thing, the taxes would have been lower. We might not have had to have flood insurance like we did for the first couple of years, until all of a sudden they decided, oh, we're not in a flood zone after all. Yeah, well, I tried to tell them that and they didn't listen to me. So anyways, I'm rambling. But anyway, so it's like, I had, we were poor when my son was born. And we were poor for a long while. And then we were making money. And then when I lost a job, guess what? Poor again. You know what? It happens. And you just do the best you can with what you have to work with. I used to always like to say, I either have time or have money. I rarely have both. And I think a lot of people are in the same boat. So, doing the work in this kitchen is something that had to be done. That's all there is to it. It had to be done. I didn't have the money to pay somebody to do it. And my husband is definitely not skilled when it comes to tools or anything like that. Anytime he's faced with a situation involving mechanics, carpentry, anything like that, he comes running to me. So, anyways, he's so I just, you know what? Since my father gave me those tools, and I've used several of them to do the job that I need to do, it's definitely not professional. And I know I'm not professional. I'm not trying to fool anybody. It is what it is. Okay? I'm just doing the best I can with what I have to work with. So it's like this, people. If you're poor like me, you can sit in the corner and go, woe is me, and wait for someone to give you a handout. Or you can start using your brain, get up off your butt, even if it's only for 5 minutes at a time, okay? Like I said, I was in pain with my lower back. I was in pain. Get up off your butt and you do what you can with what you have to work with. It may take you 10 times longer than it would if a professional did it. And it may not look quite as nice. But so long as it works for you, that's the important thing. It's like, who cares if it's not fancy? It doesn't matter. Fancy doesn't matter. Rustic is chic these days, okay? It's like, I'm pretty rustic. So anyways, well, I'm almost done my dishes. It's like, how did you get so many dishes? It's like very simple. I'm a morning person. I am not an evening person at all. I crash at night. So I know that there are people out there who can't stand to have a sink full of dishes in their sink at night before they go to bed. Well, it's like, I'm sorry, people, I crash at night. So I would much rather face a sink full of dirty dishes first thing in the morning than have to deal with it at night. It's just the way I am. You know? Take it or leave it. My mother was one that didn't like to have a sink full of dishes. And I've known quite a few people that didn't like to have a sink full of dishes. Well, that's them. That's not me. Okay? I'm up about 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay? Oh, don't you fall down there. I still have to work on the back of that sink. Yeah, so anyways, finishing up these dishes, and hopefully the battery will be charged pretty soon, and then I can finish cutting my board for my underlayment for my floor. Somebody asked me what I was going to be putting on my floor, you know, what kind of flooring I had. I said, nothing. I don't have anything. I tried to find something cheap. Couldn't find anything. Not that it was affordable anyway. It's like, you know what, people? I don't eat off my floor. So it is what it is. There's going to be a sheet of 1/4-inch plywood put down in this area that I had to tear up because of that old fridge. And that's going to be it. I'm hoping they'll only be here for another year and a half tops. I was told that this house is not worth anything, that we wouldn't be able to sell it for hardly anything. So I'm not going to put a whole lot of money into it. I'd much rather take that money and put it towards where we're going to be moving to, wherever that is. Okay? That's just the way it is. I'm a very practical kind of person. Okay? The money I put into this, the most expensive thing is the faucet for my sink. Killed me to pay over $50 for it, but there wasn't anything else to be had. I tried finding something used. It wasn't happening. So, just over $50 for the sink and a few other odds and ends related to the plumbing. $15 for the sink itself. $15 for additional countertop. That's $30 there. And some pieces of wood. So I think I've done this kitchen for less than $100. No, right around $100, I guess. So, I think that board was like just under $10 for that. I'm hoping I got something I can use to fasten it down with. Like I asked my father, the electric staple gun he gave me has enough force to be able to staple this this board down, because there's some staples for it. So anyway, we'll see. That's it, people. Dishes are done. Time to get on the next chore.